Very weird.
T3 Media.
Welcome to Talking Through the Media, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. That is not me right there, but that is Sarah Katherine the Red. Off to a great start again. So, Sarah, you want to finish the tagline, or should I just finish it and just let you do the voiceover? You just pretend to be me, and I'll just finish the line. So I'm Chris Fagan. It's Wednesday, which means it's another episode of Trending Topics for us to talk about. So we're streaming live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And joining me, as you can see, is Sarah here.
Oh, they can't hear me.
Okay,
they can hear you, but not us, apparently.
Oh, okay. I think I just fixed that. Okay, let's try that again if you want. So, guys, in the sound chat, if you can hear them now, let us know if you can hear. So, you guys want to try to say something real quick and let them know that you're still out there, that I'm not muffling you guys?
Hello, it's me again. Let us know if you can hear us.
All right. And what about you, Sarah? Can they?
Hello.
All right. So, guys, tell us in the chat if you can hear us. I appreciate you telling us in the chats. That's exactly what it's for. So, yeah, thank you. So, if they can tell us if it's working or not. Is it on? Is it on now? Can they?
Amazing.
I think they said. I think it should be on.
That's a yes. Yeah.
That is a kill confirmed. Thank you. Appreciate it. And that's what the box is for, guys.
That's why I'm here. I can read. Out of my eyes. That's what I'm bringing to the table.
So, guys, we're gonna go through it's hump day. It's Wednesday. You know, Mike. It's Wednesday. So we're gonna go through the trending news from the week. And so if you are watching this live, I appreciate you guys for joining us live. Like I say, put it in the box and let us know what you guys are thinking at all time. But if you can't catch us live on Facebook, in the box will show that if you're on Facebook, on Twitch, and soon to be on TikTok or on YouTube. Let us know what you guys think. But if you can't catch us live, you can always catch the podcast version of the show. That's on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on iTunes. So if you want to catch Talking Through the Medias on your favorite podcast of choice, go ahead and go and check that out. And if, again, I'm going to say it one more time because it's very important. If you want to put a question or comment, or if you want to support the channel, you can go to streamlabs.com/T3media/tips and send your questions there, or you can send a super chat, or you can just write a regular comment and maybe we'll catch it during the live stream. So without further ado, like I said, we have a couple of topics that we're going to go through, and Sarah and Amy will be helping me out with the discussion. I'm probably just going to sit back and let them, just take over the show just as I intended, because I'd rather be the guy in the chair behind the scenes. Doing all the button pushing. But we got a couple of topics we're going to go through. And what is the first topic? It is, I'm going to ask myself that because I'm going to read it. The first topic comes to us from ABC7 Eyewitness News. We have a complete timeline. I wanted to do a complete timeline of what's been going on with the Gabby, am I saying it right, Petito story. A lot of people might not know exactly how that whole thing has broken down. I knew I was getting like bits and pieces of it here and there. So I'm going to do a complete timeline of it if you guys will indulge me for a second here. So from ABC 7 Eyewitness News, here is a complete timeline for the Gabby Petito story. Okay. So as of July 2nd, 2020, Gabby Petito announced her engagement to Brian Laundrie on Instagram. On December 11, 2020, Gabby announced on Instagram that they have purchased a garden on wheels. July 2nd, according to Petito's family attorney, the pair had gotten engaged but postponed their wedding plans because of the coronavirus pandemic and decided to take their trip instead. They were driving Petito's white 2012 Ford Transit van, which, according to one of Laundrie's posts on Instagram, they converted to the interior to allow them to camp and cook meals inside of as they traveled. According to their social media posts, the pair traveled from Florida to Kansas, Colorado, and Utah, touring and camping at several national parks and attractions. As of July 4th through August 11th, they took their journey. On July 4th, it was Monument Rock in Kansas, On the 8th, it was Colorado Springs, Colorado. On the 10th, Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve, Colorado. July 16th, Zion National Park in Utah. July 21st, Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah. July 26th, Mystic Hot Springs, Utah. On July 29th, they made it to Canyonlands National Park in Utah. And on the 12th of August, Arches National Park in Utah. Also on the 12th of August, an altercation in Moab City, Utah. Police had an encounter with Petito and Laundrie, and the pair was described as having engaged in some sort of altercation. Laundrie and Petito are described as having gotten into a physical fight, but reported that they are in love and didn't wish to see anyone charged with the crime. On the 25th of August, they were last known to be in Grand Teton, or if I'm saying it right, Wyoming. Teton, Wyoming, heading towards Yellowstone National Park. A spokesperson for the North Park, Florida Police Department told CNN on Tuesday, someone who's been traveling on and contacting the family, and then all of a sudden it went dark. And that's obviously odd. On the 30th of August, last communications with the family, Petito's mother, Nicole Schmidt, said that the last text message she received from her daughter came on August 30th. She said she was unsure if it was her daughter actually sending those texts. The text messages read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemail and missed calls." The reference to Stan was regarding her grandfather. Per the mother, she never called him Stan. That was something that I really paused on when I read that. So on September 1st, Laundrie returned to North Point without Petito. September 11th, family reports Petito missing. When police in Florida knocked on Laundrie's door that night, his parents handed them a lawyer's phone number. September 15th, Laundrie's was named a person of interest. On the 16th, Northport press conference with the father Petito family. They read their letter. On the 16th and 17th of September, Laundrie's sister speaks to Good Morning America. Cassie Laundrie broke her silence in an exclusive interview with Good Morning America, saying, "Obviously, me and my family want Gabby to be found safe," she said. "She's like a sister, and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and found, or maybe that meant safe and sound, and this to be just a big misunderstanding." September 17th, Laundrie's family reports Brian missing. September 18th, dual searches for Petito and Laundrie take place. The 19th, the body of Petito was found in Wyoming, believed to be Gabby Petito. Laundrie has been identified as a person of interest in the case. He was last seen by his family in Florida on Tuesday, and investigators have been searching for him. The 20th, Laundrie's family had home was searched. Police and FBI, armed with search warrants, swarmed the Florida home of Brian Laundrie, shared by his parents. September 21st, the autopsy confirmed that it was Gabby Petito. And that is what we know so far. I know that was long. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get all of that out because it was important that if you don't know the whole breakdown, I know I went a little fast on it, but that is the breakdown of what we know so far as of right now. But has there been any new? First off, let me get you guys' thoughts on that whole timeline, on the whole situation. Do we have anything to add? Was there anything that just happened before we went live?
I'm not aware of any new advancements in the story.
So I haven't heard anything new either, but I have been following it, and I've watched a few of the videos that people have posted online. Mm-hmm. And one of the ones that really struck me was they had one of the police were called to their location. They had a fight, and I don't know where it fits on the timeline, but they had the police cam footage of it.
Yeah.
And you could
Moab City, right? That's that altercation.
Yeah, that one. So you could hear her speaking and then him speaking, and you could hear her just self-blaming everything, how it's her fault. She's been the problem. She's not giving him enough space. She's being erratic and just OCD about putting everything away and keeping things clean. And, she's just, the whole thing, she's sobbing and shaking, and
like
she's
trying not to upset him.
And he's standing there cool as a cucumber, very annoyed, and you could tell that he is just upset, like he's pissed off, and she's just crying and shaking and saying, no, everything's okay, everything is my fault, it's all my fault, everything is my fault, he did nothing, trying to take the heat off of the situation where obviously somebody else called the police after hearing their arguments.
Right.
And I could just see her and see that, and I hate to say it like this, but see that victim mentality. And obviously I don't know them personally to say what their relationship was like, but everything is just so suspicious. Like, why would he show up and then be AWOL? Like, his family don't know where he is,
I don't believe that well, maybe they don't know now, but I 100% believe that they helped him get away. Like when you go, that's why it was important for anybody who doesn't know the whole story, that to read the timeline, because if you're interested in the story at all, go and look into the details of it, because the point where he first came home after days of not even mentioning that she was missing, he drives all the way back home alone, comes home and doesn't have any explanation for where she is after her family asks.
And nobody asked, like, why wouldn't they go, well, where is she?
I think during that time when he wasn't a person of interest, that's when they decided to cover his butt and try to, I don't know, get as much cash as possible. And he was planning on this disappearing act while he was still not a person of interest. And I have a personal story on it. I'll add that in there. But before I go into that detail, what about you said, Amy, you said you only know what we've just talked about right now. So there hasn't been, what are your thoughts overall on this whole situation though?
I mean, I don't want to play, armchair detective, because I feel like it usually ends real bad when the internet tries to do that. Mm-hmm. But I can't think of a scenario, even giving him as much benefit of the doubt as I am capable of, which frankly is not a ton, but like in the interest of, I don't know what happened here. Yeah. I cannot think of.
It's not a good look.
Well, I can't think of a scenario in which someone you love, someone you care about. I just think for me, like if my partner went missing, there is not a version of that. Look, I can understand you need to lawyer up. This looks bad for you. And I get it. You were going to want to go through your lawyer, but that you wouldn't through your lawyer talk to the police, even if you knew nothing,
right? Just
to come forward and go, I'm going to give you the information I have. If that has any, even if you fought with this person, even if you're angry with this person, there's no scenario where you don't come forward and try to say something. I can't think of a reason for that is not fucking sociopathic. Yeah. Like that is insane to me. That someone you loved, someone you're engaged to, you wouldn't have it in you to go, I'm going to get a lawyer and protect myself. But my God, if I know anything that can help,
that'll help. Yeah.
So these two individuals, just to go into the comments, these two individuals are YouTubers. They talk about their van life and their travels around the country. So that's how they're, in the public eye. So that's why we're talking about them there. But they didn't even know she was missing until he showed up without her.
Right. He drove all the way from Utah to Florida without saying anything.
Yeah. So nobody reported her missing. He obviously was the last one with her. If he didn't do it or had no involvement in it, he would have reported her missing as soon as she was missing and not drive literally across the country to his family's house to go, what do I do? Or can I have some money? And I'm not going to tell you anything. So that way you have, legal benefit of the doubt. So it's insane.
Yeah. It's crazy. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before, there's only a couple of ways this could end. It's either going to be with an arrest or something worse for him. But
eventually he will be found.
What?
I said eventually he will be found. There's no way in this modern age to actually really disappear anymore unless you're going to, a country without technology. Yeah. Which how would he get out of the country? He wouldn't be able to.
I've heard rumblings of people saying, I hope he didn't off himself, because that would be, I think, an ultimate that's the ultimate thing. And that was kind of the thing I was getting to with a personal story. So
not to go, because I know I don't want to go over an overtime. I know we try to keep it into a tight. I'm trying to keep it to a tight 30 minutes. But real on a personal level, on my father's side, I have an uncle that I love very, very much, but he went through a very similar situation where he was him and his girlfriend were doing like drugs or something like that together, and he just, from what we understood, he just had a very bad like reaction to it. He just freaked out, and he hurt his girlfriend, and she died. And during the investigation, when his version of it was, people broke in and they must have killed her, and that's what, the police didn't arrest him that night or anything like that. He only after they made their investigation and everything and whatnot. Then later on, he became a person of interest. But by the time when he realized that, the whole time when he was just a person of interest and he wasn't turning himself in, before he turned himself in, he was trying to convince his mother, my grandmother, I couldn't have done this. You have to believe, he was in that mentality where he was just trying to convince anybody he could tell that version of the story. But it's just that the evidence wasn't pointing to that. There was no forced entry. There was nothing there. So the evidence was going where it was going. And then in the end, he was so afraid. I guess I only imagine that he was so afraid of facing what he went through or what he did, that he took his own life. And that's so a lot of this. It feels familiar to me on that. I just feel like those, like I said, there's only one or two ways that this could actually go down, like either that or an arrest. So I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to just her family just getting like closure, because that's the one thing that I keep thinking about, like the whole the disappearing and not giving anybody any answers. That people need closure.
I think, I'm very curious, feels like the wrong word, but I think we're all kind of waiting to hear, like, if anything is found definitively during that autopsy report, because I think that could tell a lot of the tale of what actually happened here. But
exactly.
Just such a tragic situation, regardless.
Yeah, at least we'll know what happened to her physically. But I mean, in situations like these, and I am one of those horrible people that like to listen to a lot of podcasts that talk about murders and bad things that happen all over the country, and I think most of the time you don't really get that closure of an answer as to exactly why he did it, or what set him off, or who did it, or how, because a lot of times they don't include that information, and really all you have is what happened to her physically, and so you won't see all the other sides of the abuse and how it got to the point that it got to, or if it even did, or if it was a spur of the moment thing or an accident happened. But it's very suspicious that he would run if it was an accident, that he wouldn't report her missing, and that nobody knew. And then her text messages about her grandfather, where, I mean, obviously to me, if you look in abusive situations, people trying to reach out for help, they're going to send messages because they're being monitored. They're going to send messages that are odd, and hoping that their family, or hoping that their friends realize that these things are odd and reach out to them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's a horrifying situation anyway around it.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I know we're long on that one, but let us know what you guys think about that, and we'll talk about it maybe some more as it develops in the future. Dan, in the chat room, Daniel Walker says, I don't believe he'll be taken alive, and the parents probably have a wad of cash, and their days gave him a head start. And I believe you. I believe that as well. That's what I believe. Like I said, I don't know. Like Amy said, we're only speculating at this point, but it just, all the evidence just points.
There's no good reason to not, because even if, again, like, just trying to put myself in that position, if my partner died in an accident, it's like, I don't care how bad I look. Like his family deserves closure. Like I will risk what I have to risk to deal with this.
Exactly.
But ultimately, if it was an accident, that means that declares innocence right there in itself. So an accident is an accident, and it's not, premeditated murder. It's not, spur of the moment murder or anything like that. It's an unfortunate event. And if something like that happened, if there was an unfortunate event where an accident happened that caused her to, you know, get so hurt, you would think that immediately calling the police or, you know, something like that would have happened. But in this case, nobody knew anything happened to her until he was away from Utah, where she was found, to where he was in Florida.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was like, what, a couple of weeks after he was in Florida where they didn't, you know, they couldn't find her. And then they said she must be missing.
Right.
So he didn't even say anything.
Yeah. It just makes you go bonkers trying to figure it all out. Like it's at this point, it's about closure. They found her. Now it's just about the, you know, like you guys were saying,
closure and justice,
the
I would
justice,
say.
closure, the details, all those things. And depending on his mentality, even if he's found and convicted of this crime, he still might go out like denying it or refusing to give closure. He might not decide to give the full story until, I don't know, years from now, if ever. But I guess I'll keep monitoring. And there's a lot to talk about it. I'll go into more details on it a little later, maybe on other social media platforms. So just keep following us on T3 Medias and I'm gonna dive further into the story a little bit later. But we'll move on to I guess more sad news on it. So there's been two that we have reported of recent passings.
So gotta wait for the third one. I got right. Don't they always say those come in threes?
Yeah, they come in threes.
But I feel like we're due for one more.
We're due for one more. So it was reported earlier that comedian and actor A.J. Johnson had died, but this information came this week. It felt like, but I looked into it and it said that he passed weeks ago, and it just was now recently reported. It hasn't, unless someone else knows. I haven't heard the cause of death, but he was young, I believe like 55, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember watching him. Of course, he's mostly famous for his character on the first Friday movie, but that's not my favorite movie with him. My favorite movie with him is a movie he did with the another comedian and actor, Bill Bellamy, called How to Be a Player, where Bill Bellamy played this womanizing player, and he's teaching his friends, you know, how to be a player like him. So his character in that was pretty funny because it was him, Bernie Mac, a lot of good comedians in that movie. So whenever I think of him, most people think of Friday. That's the second movie I think of, but the first one I think of is How to Be a Player. What about you guys? Any movies that you think of come to mind, like the one I mentioned, or anything else?
So I know him best from Friday, but he's also done stand-up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because I've seen him do stand-up, and he's a funny guy. He was a funny guy.
He was on stand-up, and one time he was on one routine where he talked about how he did a movie with the rapper producer Master P, and he thanked Master P for not making him a crackhead. In his film, he said that was the first character, one of the first characters I never was typecast as a crackhead. I'm like, well, what about the one you did with Bill Bellamy? You weren't a crackhead, and what's going on? But I knew what he was trying to do in that. What about you, Amy? Any movies come to mind?
Yeah, not someone whose career I was super familiar with, but definitely one of those faces. It's like, oh shoot, you know. Yeah. Well, I feel like both of the actors we're discussing right now, it was two people that were like, oh yeah, like
it's like, yeah, you see
just those working actors where it's just like, oh shoot, no, I did like you and I didn't appreciate or think about that enough. Well, you were with us. But I also think that's just such a testament when you can. I think for a lot of actors, that is the goal of just being that person of like, oh shit, he was really good, you know.
And and Willie Garson also this week, just like the day before yesterday, I believe that he was announced.
Both very, very young.
Yeah, and
he was amazing in Sex and the City. I don't know if you guys seen the episode.
Yeah, that's the one thing that kept coming up. Sex and the City. Yeah. I never watched it, but I know this actor. Every time I've seen him in a whole ton of things.
One of those places for sure.
He's one of those.
It's sad.
And like, yeah, it comes in threes. I'm sure there's a third. That's
I don't want to jinx it. I'm gonna feel
Don't.
real bad.
no, I know.
Well, we talked about three already today.
Yeah, there was a
that's
a
it.
third, but I just
No
can't.
more.
I can't think.
I have to
of
send
it.
a personal letter of apology though. Like if a third like good character actor goes out in the next couple days, I'm gonna be like, I am so sorry. for
Exactly.
doing that.
But yeah, those.
That one's on me, guys.
So guys, share your thoughts on these two actors. What was your favorite show or movie that you saw them in? And if you have any cool, funny stories, anything to share, or something that you suggest that we should probably watch. I haven't watched Sex and the City, and I probably won't, but I am aware of it, and I know that.
How about this? You watch Sex and the City, and I watch Friday. I feel like that's a fair.
That's a
cultural.
I'll watch the Sex and the City movie if you watch the Friday movie. I'll make that.
I can't believe that neither of you have seen those movies already. I've seen all of them.
I've seen Friday.
Well, I know you have, but I'm saying I can't believe you haven't seen any Sex and the City, and I can't believe that Amy hasn't seen Friday.
I get no. I don't need Sex.
Because there's multiple Friday movies.
Mhm.
So
There's only two. Well, there's two Sex and the City movies, right? There's a whole series. It's just
I've never seen the movies, and I feel like you don't need to see them.
you don't. The series is better than the movies, and they're doing a revamp right now of Sex and the City
I heard that. I'll probably just watch
without Samantha.
I'll probably just go back and rewatch.
You don't know who Samantha is?
No, I know.
Ferris. Ferris.
Samantha
Bueller's
is the
no,
over.
No, I'm saying I'm like you can't do the show. I didn't watch it a bunch but I've definitely caught enough reruns to be like, I don't think I want this show without.
Just watch Entourage. It's better. It's better.
Oh, I have an Entourage story, but that's.
Well, I feel like Entourage is kind of the male Sex in the City.
Or is Sex in the City the female Entourage?
No, because Sex in the City was first.
A guy once forced me to go see the Entourage movie on a date, but I'd never seen any of the TV show. And it was the worst.
Turtle. He was my favorite one.
You gotta watch. Yeah, you gotta watch Entourage.
He's the only one worth.
No, it's ruined it for me.
I think it's funny how I
sitting there like, what? I don't know. I don't care.
How did I turn this into an Entourage story? All right. Something else that's going to be happening a lot more on the show now. We're going to be doing way more movie talk. I know I've kind of felt like I've been wavering off on that. So, and as you guys can see, we're going to be displaying the top three, the top three grossing movies of the week. Oh, thank you. Oh, got a new subscriber. Thank you. Was it Green? Oh, I can't read that small. Thank you for coming a subscriber. But we're gonna be doing more movie talk like we used to on the channel, and I'm gonna constantly have a display. We're gonna keep you guys informed of what's coming soon with the box office and things like that. So just keep in mind. So just real quick to go over the box office, if you guys will indulge me for a quick second. I know we're going over and overtime. This week, the top three in the box office was number one, Shang-Chi. At number two, Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds. And number three, this is the domestic box office, by the way. It's Candyman. Any of you guys surprised about the top three that we have?
No, Shang-Chi is amazing. And Free Guy looked awesome. That's on my list to go see. And Candyman, I have to have a couple drinks and then I can go see it in a lit room. Because that's so scary.
Like lamp.
It's scary.
With a lamp
I have to have my feet up on the seat, hugging my knees.
I got to see all three in the theater. And
be honest, did you movie hop?
No. It was on separate days, and I want to go see. I do not movie hop. I have AMC A list. It does the hopping for me.
Oh, this is expensive over here.
Not a sponsor of this show.
Yeah.
But if you're listening,
AMC,
hit us up.
Yeah, that's right. AMC, sponsor me, you sons of bitches. Okay, I think I just ruined that chance.
Yeah.
I stole a line from John Campion.
Probably not
a good idea. Well, I'm
not a good move.
Oh, I'm in the middle of. I'm gonna reach out to another theater chain and whatnot. But if AMC gives a better offer, hey, I'm all for it. If you like it, I love it. Well, also, and I'll also have displayed behind me the. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was kind of a quick shot, but I'll also have displayed behind me the movies that are coming soon, as you can see right here. I'm gonna have that. I wanted to do it for today, but I didn't have any time. I'm gonna have a display of many of movies that are coming soon, so it'll be an on scrolling thing, so it could be a reminder of what's coming up. So if you guys can you keep your eyes on that, maybe it'll jog memory on something that's coming out, and maybe you want to shoot a question to us like, hey, what do you think about the upcoming Venom movie or the Ghostbusters movie or Eternals? And just shoot us a little question on the bottom of the screen and just something to think about. So because I like talking about movies more than anything else. I love all the other things we talk about, but I'm a movie geek at heart. So I want to make it go back to being a little bit more movie centric. It looks like I'm sponsoring Venom, Sarah's sponsoring Ghostbusters in here, and Amy sponsoring Eternals. That's what this looks like. I like this shot. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see which.
Can you give us that face, Chris, real fast?
Okay, moving on. I don't have to take this abuse from you. Okay. So one of the last topics of the week comes from what was it? Was it Variety? Okay, I can't remember. So we have the Dune movie that's coming out real soon. Let me get to my show notes. I'm sorry, and I forgot to mention the box office numbers, but I'll just move on because I'm running out of time. So Dune was always going to be a box office risk, given its massive budget and dense mythology. And now it's faced with an additional challenge of the coronavirus pandemic and subsequent worldwide lockdown. So from Screen Rant, with numerous issues hanging over the December release of Dune, from the ongoing pandemic to a general audience that has a temperamental relationship with dense sci-fi epics, Warner Brothers has a potential box office disaster on its hands. Despite the promise of a faithful adaptation of Herbert's work and a suitable epic trailer, Dune will be a challenging sell for general audiences, and it's absolutely needs general audience interest in order to succeed. The question was brought up. Actually, it was Jason who brought this question up, this subject matter up, and I thought it was interesting because of the fact that this is another one of the movies that Warner Brothers is doing the date release. It's coming out on HBO Max at the same time as it's coming out in theaters. Now, it's being released. It has been released in some countries already, and the reception of it has been great. But these are mostly countries that do not have HBO Max. So that's the question. Is this movie set to flop? Here, at least here in North America. What do you guys? Here's a bigger question for you guys. Is there any interest in this movie? What about you, Sarah? What do you think?
I absolutely love Dune. I love the Dune franchise. The books are amazing. The old movies are amazing.
You're a Dune goon?
I am ready. I'm ready for the spice.
She's over the moon for Dune, ladies.
Yeah, I'm over the moon for Dune. But I am very excited about this movie. From what I can tell, it looks like a great movie. I don't think watching it at home on HBO Max will do the initial viewing justice. This is one of those big movies with epic scenery that's just going to be best seen in a theater setting, especially for the first time. If you think of like the first time you saw the Star Wars movies or like a big epic that you absolutely loved, you can't see everything in the detail that you can see if you don't go to the theater. And this is just one of those movies that's just going to hit different in the movie theater. But I will also say that if they didn't do a good job, you will hear a different undertone to my excitement.
They ruined Dune.
No, it'll just be like how I feel about the new Star Wars movies. Mm-hmm. It's just not as good. As good. And I just don't, I hope it's not recycled. I hope it's a true adaptation of the book, because the first movies actually left a lot of the book out. Mm-hmm. So there's still a lot of room to bring new material in, new interpretation in with the same basic storyline. So I'm excited, but I have this little bit of reservation going. Are they really going to do Dune justice?
Are they going to do the Dune? It sounds like
they going to do the commercial. Dune? Is the sand? I want to see the sandworms. That's what I'm most. Sandworms
spoilers
and the spice.
I didn't know. I didn't know that this was I didn't know that this was a Tremors crossover. God, I know she's getting mad now.
Where do you think Tremors got it from?
You know,
curse you.
I've heard that Dune did give a lot of inspiration to a lot of movies that we've seen that came afterwards. Mm-hmm. I didn't go back to Dune. I I was this close to not even really being a Star Wars fan. I didn't watch Star Wars when it appreciate it when it first came out. It was in my late teens where a family friend who loved Star Wars got me into it, and I became a super nerd for it later. So, but Dune wasn't one of those movies that I went back to to watch or appreciate. So I've never watched Dune. So maybe I should do a first time watching.
You should. These are movies I watched with my dad.
Again. Yeah, maybe I'll just watch Mac and Me again instead. That E.T. ripoff classic. Put in the
well, you can always watch the new one and then go back and watch the originals and then have
the entire cinematic Duneverse.
Oh, there you go. All
right, copyright.
Yeah, since we've seen the originals and you haven't seen the originals, maybe you should watch the new one first.
Am I the only one? Amy, have you seen Dune?
Oh, absolutely not. No. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Oh my gosh, guys.
The classic Dune.
Wow.
The classic.
Oh.
But and in the chat box while we're talking about Dune, is it Garroda Legend says Ghostbusters movie does look good though. while speaking of Dune, Ghostbusters looks great.
But Dune
is Dune doomed? But here, though, for all seriously,
no, don't say that.
I'm sorry. Look,
I think this is one of those where it truly just depends on the reviews and the quality of the film. Because I feel like when you're doing a movie like this, you can make the fans happy. You can really shoot for mass appeal, or you can hit that Lord of the Rings lightning in a bottle. If you're a diehard fan, you love it, and if you are walking in knowing nothing, it's still totally great. And I feel like if they can get the middle of that Venn diagram, movies like that just blow up in a way that COVID be damned, people will go see it.
Well, what the Lord of the Rings did right, and what I'm hoping they'll do in this first Dune movie, because this first Dune movie doesn't cover all of the books and all of the stories that are in the Dune universe.
The Duneverse.
The Duneverse. There you go. I hope that they do a truer adaptation of the original novels, because that's where the original movies fell a little short. Because the original movies did try to play towards that audience of that generation. And what was it, the 80s, the 70s or the 80s when it came out? That long ago. And so they did play into that. They had some of that influence in, and I hope that this does not. I hope that this is a truer adaptation, just like the Lord of the Rings. They did really true adaptations of those works, and that's what made it so great for all the people that have loved it for so long, because those books were out for a really long time before they made movies into it again, had a massive following, and Dune is the same. So I hope
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just hope we get as much from this Dune franchise as, like you said, Lord of the Rings, because there is that much of a story, that many books. So it'll be interesting to see.
And it's such an immensely hard tightrope, though, because I feel like if you lean too hard into that, though, because I'm not a massive fantasy person, if you lean too hard into nothing pisses me off, when you see a movie and it's why did that happen? And someone goes, well, if you read the books, it's well, I didn't, I saw the movie. So it's such a hard balancing act, but if they do hit it, those can that's how you get.
But that's where they get lost. That's where the movie doesn't give a true representation.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but this movie is going to struggle in the box office, and it's not. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because the movie is bad or anything. I believe this movie is probably exactly what people who have seen it are saying it is. It's probably awesome. This movie is probably awesome, and it's probably something I should go. You know what? I'm gonna support it. I was gonna watch it on HBO Max. I'm not gonna lie, I was, but I'm gonna go watch it in the theater. I'm gonna support it in the theater. And if
I was gonna see it, which I'm gonna wait to see reviews, but if I'm gonna go see it, it does feel like one you want on the big screen.
But even my little drop in the bucket of support, I'm telling you, the reason why this movie is going to struggle, I'm not going to say flop, I'm going to say struggle. It's because of Warner Brothers. Their decision to put to do the day and date for all of these, they should have done the day and date thing for a few of their major titles, not all. Because they got ahead of it. I don't know what they were thinking, that they predicted that the pandemic was going to have us shut down for another 2 or 3 years. But when the vaccine started rolling out and things started opening up again, and it's been proven already that certain movies that are released on streaming and in theaters simultaneously do worse financially than ones that versus the ones that go to theaters only. So
I just don't know why you wouldn't like even give it a month or so.
Yeah, they should just go back on their word and not release this on HBO Max and then force it to do what it needs to do in the theaters, because this is that type of movie that should on paper should succeed. But I'm telling you, that day and date thing is gonna cripple its chances.
Well, I think the moniker of what a successful movie needs to change with this simultaneously streaming release, because you cannot say a movie is unsuccessful if half the people that would have gone to the theaters, again, watch it at home on their live streaming service, which is also something that they're making money off of.
No, they are absolutely making money off of it.
But I'm saying, but you can't say it flops. Well, it would be, they have to choose a new moniker of a measurement of success. They can't say because it didn't make all the billions in the theaters that it wasn't a successful movie, because more people maybe watched it.
Fair enough. Okay, so they lower the bar on what. So what I'm really saying is that
they changed the measurement.
But the reality of it is, if it doesn't make that, streaming will not ever make as much money as necessary to justify these spending $250 million on production and all that marketing and whatnot. So you
well, if you look at how Disney is doing the premium, where you're having to pay $30 to watch it within that short period of time, why isn't HBO Max doing that too with their simultaneous release? And then they're using that money. They're saying, hey, this counts towards the opening box office. Why isn't that happening?
I know Scarlett Johansson's watching right now, was like, I can answer that question. Because the money that, because she wouldn't be suing if the money that you could make versus in the theater, which when these movies were in pre-production, when these contracts went out, this was tailor-made for all going to the theater only. And then obviously the pandemic happened. They made some adjustments, and now these movies are getting screwed over. But it could be a success. It could be the greatest movie ever made, and fans might all like it. But the money that it's going to make on streaming, because there is a lot of piracy that goes on when you have something on streaming, with streaming and whatnot versus it going in theaters, it will be much less than what you need. If you want that sequel, that franchise, or those big budgets, the money that you can get from the theaters is what pays for that. But in streaming, you get less quality. You get the spectacle won't be as big. It might be a good story still, but things like if special effects are what are your bag, or the big end game but budget, that's not gonna, you're not gonna pay that bill with streaming.
Well, obviously the movie makers have to take that into account for future movies, because if they're doing this, then they're basically shooting themselves in the foot, which doesn't make any sense. So obviously they're making more money, and I bet you people are signing up for HBO Max just to get ready and watch this Dune movie. And I'm imagine their subscriptions during that month, and ultimately that's the continuous money maker, is getting them hooked on those really pricey subscriptions, because HBO Max, it's not cheap.
Yep, it's
so they'll get them in.
I gotta look up again what place it's in versus all the other streaming networks. I know obviously Netflix is still number one, but that's the ultimate question. So I'm gonna leave it up to the audience, guys. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Maybe we'll talk about it further on We Got Your Mail. Are you going to see Dune? Are you gonna support it in theaters? Are you gonna watch it on HBO Max? Are you a Dune goon like Sarah right here? Are you that's copy that patent pen. What was that phrase that you came up with, Amy? Are you
over the moon for Dune?
Over the moon? Are you over the moon for Goon? Patent pending for Emmy. That's
copyright.
But
cinematic universe.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep my word. I will go to the movie theater and watch it. I will throw my support to it. Thank you, AMC A-List. You're not sponsoring me, but you should. You sons of bitches. All right, but to the last topic of the that comes to us from. Oh man, what is where am I at? What is the last time? We just recently had the Emmys, and I did not watch it. because I did not want to. But of course, after the Emmys, I catch up to everything that's going on, and I was shocked to hear that all the buzz that's coming around from this show, Ted Lasso. But let me get into that a little bit later. So I forgot where it came from, but I'll just say from the internets. Apple TV Plus soccer comedy Ted Lasso and Netflix chess drama The Queen's Gambit, which was awesome, by the way, earned the top prizes at Sunday's night's Emmy Awards. Though it was Netflix's British monarchy series, The Crown, that finally reigned supreme. Guys, did any of you guys watch the Emmys at all? Or am I the only one that missed it?
I Googled the highlights kind of thing, but
yeah, I didn't watch it either.
Like pass. What do you guys think about the wins? Are you surprised at what you heard? What about Queen's Gambit? Did you ever see? Do you have Ted Lasso? Okay,
I fucking love Ted Lasso. I watched like an episode and a half of Queen's Gambit, and it wasn't for me. And now I feel like I miss it. I know. I feel like I miss it. Queen's Gambit for me was just one of those, like, I got like 2 episodes in, and I was like, this could be a movie. Like, this. I
enjoyed it.
So everyone did. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I love Ted Lasso though. It deserves the love. It's very good.
Oh, we have Dyer says that Disney Plus's Premier Access doesn't. This is to go back to the last topic. Doesn't go to the box office. That's why Scarlett Johansson is suing. So. I'm afraid
that's what I'm saying. The problem is that should go to opening sales. Like, if they're measuring how many sales they get off a movie during their opening 3 weeks or months or however they want to measure it, those amounts of money should go to whether or not a movie is successful, because that's how
people are directly paying for it. It's not even. I get that it's harder to gauge. Like, oh, more people got HBO Max, but is that because of Dune, or is that because of? But like, if you're
like, people pay to see the movie, that should count towards how much money the movie made on opening weekend or whatever.
After 2021 and after all the lawsuits settle down, they'll balance it. Thanos snaps and we'll have balance in the universe again. But
Thanos.
I had to raise the question though, because it really did interest me. So real quick, I'm gonna I know I'm way over time on it. So real quick, So this came in from USA Today. The question was raised: is it time to take a look at Ted Lasso? So Lasso soon to wrap its second season on I almost said HBO Max, on Apple TV Plus, took home the coveted statue of outstanding comedy series and won others for the the co-creator and executive producer Jason Sudeikis for outstanding actor in a comedy series. I haven't seen. I don't have HBO. I don't have Apple TV Plus, but now with the success of Ted Lasso, I think I'm wondering now. Do I need to get it? Is this? I feel like this is the show now.
The second season. So
it was Ted Lasso that convinced you. What about you, Sarah? Do you have HBO Plus? I mean,
so I don't have Apple TV Plus, and I'm one of those horrible people that have been watching what I can watch on YouTube and hijacking friends' televisions in order to see it. It's a funny show. Like, it's everything that you imagine Jason Sudeikis could be.
Oh, so you've been doing that thing that will hurt Dune's box office.
Yeah, okay, for real. But we're talking about a series and not like an epic movie here. Like, Dune's gonna be like 3 hours
with Olivia. I want to say Wilde.
Yes,
you're taking food out of those kids' mouths, Sarah.
Although they're divorced now, and she's with Harry Styles.
The kids don't disappear.
They're making millions.
Hold on,
they'll be fine. Did you guys switch places in the panel? That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna jumble up my. So that's when we close the show. It's gonna have Sarah's name under Amy and Amy's name under Sarah. Oh,
that's fine.
That's fine. We'll go with it. But
we got a smart audience. I believe they can find us on social media if they really want to.
But this convinced me. This is it. This is the show that's now piqued my interest. I was semi-interested in the morning show, but it was like, I don't want to spend the $6 for it. But now this whole thing. But I love Jason Sudeikis.
Here's what you do. Here's what you do.
What do we
The
do?
second season wraps up in a couple of weeks. Wait till that's done. Churn, as we've discussed on the show. You buy it, you get through all of that. You maybe check out like Mythic Quest and Morning Show or whatever the hell else you want. That's a ton of entertainment.
But that's that's how they get you. You tell some people like me. I'll tell myself.
You make a note on your calendar to cancel it.
The second I get Apple TV Plus, I'm gonna have it for life. I thought I was gonna get rid of Peacock after getting it. Still there.
You pay for Peacock. Wow.
Look, this isn't about me. This is about
you're the one keeping them afloat.
This is about how Sarah is streaming from a friend's password. So let's talk about that.
No, I say I watch it.
The Sudeikis wild kids are starving, Sarah, and it's all your fault.
Yeah, they're so starving on their private yacht.
Like, how am I gonna make ends meet if
they're gonna have to burn? They're gonna have to burn one of those Emmys for one.
Well, they're just gonna have to count on their stepdaddy's money, Harry Styles.
Back the conundrum for Dune. Not saying that you would do the same thing for Dune, but there are other casual fans out there that will do the same thing.
I pay my $6 a month. Thank you.
That's just how it is nowadays.
That's how. Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Napster ruined it for everybody.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. And now isn't he now a partial owner of Facebook now? Yeah. I saw that movie. I saw The Social Network. Justin Timberlake. Damn it. Okay, guys, that wraps up another episode of Talking Through the Medias. I had fun on this one. I know the first topic went long on, but I really thought it was important to go through that timeline because I really wanted to kind of get caught up on that. Like I said, I'll expand on that one some more. Let me go full screen real quick. I'll expand on it more on social media because I have some other thoughts on that whole situation. It's like how it's being covered in the media, other disappearances, especially from Wyoming that's going on. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more as well on social media and dive deeper into that. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns on that or any of the topics that we talk about, like I said, put it in the box below. Let us know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching the channel. If you want to find me online, you can find me at Chris W. Fagan on all the social medias. And also I want to thank for helping me out again, Sarah Katherine the Red. If they want to find you on social media, where can they do so? Oh, see, there it is. There it is. Says Amy. Like I said, whatever happened. Sorry about that.
So I'm on all the social medias with Sarah Katherine the Red, so you can find me on there.
All right, and let's advertise for Sarah Katherine the Red with Amy Newman. If they want to find you on social media, where can they do that?
Confusing. Hey guys, so you can find me on Instagram at amy.n.newman or on Twitter at amy_n_Newman. Ooh, can I do plugs? I guess. Oh, sorry. Check out Your Biggest Fan on YouTube. That's a web series I created and wrote and co-created and wrote and starred in. And also check out if you want to see an indie film I'm in. Adam's Package just dropped last week on Apple TV if you are not pirating it like Sarah. And check out Ted Lasso Amazon Prime and YouTube.
Wait a minute. This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Sorry you don't pay attention to anything I post on social media, Chris.
And that'll do it. So thank you guys once again for joining us. That was I think that was
Amy's a movie star.
I think that was Sarah Katherine.
I'm a supporting role. Star's a big.
That sick burn came from Sarah Katherine the Red as far as that lower third is concerned. So I'll just leave it there. But
and you spell my name wrong too.
Well, it's not you, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Duct tape this show together. We're fine.
Can I just get off the stream now? I'm sorry. I humble myself before everyone and beg your forgiveness. I apologize. Thank you guys for joining us for this. I had fun. Thank you guys in the live chat for keeping it live and keeping it moving. I appreciate you guys. And as always, check us out every Wednesday, and you'll check us out again on Thursday when my guest will be. Who's coming on the show tomorrow? It's going to be. Is it Dyer? Who's coming on tomorrow?
You better get it right because the lower third won't help you.
All right. Co-hosting with me is going to be Jameson Lynch and Dyer and Daniel Dyer. That's it. And a special interview with Aunt Karen. You might know her from TikTok fame. Aunt Karen will be on the live stream. We're going to do an interview with her tomorrow, but she'll be on. She was supposed to be on today, but we moved it for tomorrow. So if you guys know Aunt Karen from TikTok, go check her out. She will be on the show live tomorrow. So look forward for that. Thank you guys once again for helping me out with all these topics. And until next time, peace.
Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. Turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal.